All right, Art 7, this is part 2 to making our barn, because now we're going to make a double hipped roof. So what I'm going to do is we've got our barn finished from the worksheet. Now we're going to add on to this. So I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to line it up with that first vertical I drew. I'm going to draw a light guideline right there. And then I'm also going to draw a light guideline right there. Okay, now these are guidelines because I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So if you look now and you see this triangular shape right here, I need to pick a point somewhere in the middle of that whole thing, because this is where I'm going to have my two angles of my roof. They're going to change. Now, my horizon line happened to be right here. Now, if your horizon line is basically in the middle of your roof, you can use that horizon line. All right? I'm gonna not use that just because I want you guys to see how it works without it. So I'm going to pick a spot right here. I'm going to make a nice, good-sized dot there. All right? Now, on the other side, there's also this triangular shape here. And where this dot is has to correspond with that side as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this dot, and I'm going to line it up with the vanishing point on the left. And then I'm going to make a little short guideline right there. Again, draw these things light. I'm drawing them darker so you guys can see them on the camera. So I've got my dot here, and then I drew a line right there that lined up with this vanishing point. Now, this is about halfway in between here, so I'm going to pick a dot halfway in between there as well. And I'm going to go ahead and erase that little bit. Now I have 1, 2, 3 dots. I also have these points here where the roof ended at the top of the box. So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to connect those lines. So I'm going to go one here, and I'm going to go one here. I've got those two done. I'm going to go ahead and take this one here now. I'm going to connect that one. So it's like doing a dot to dot. And I'm going to connect this one to this one, and I'm going to go beyond that point. So I'm going to draw this so it goes past that point. And now you can see there's a little gap right here, so I'm going to fill that gap in. I should put my ruler on it, but it's pretty small, so I think I can do it freehand. So now I've got my roof. It's got different angles on it now. It's got two different angles on each side. It's got this angle here and this angle here. Now, I'm going to line this. This is my hip of my roof. I'm going to line this up with this vanishing point on the right side. I'm going to draw a line there, because that line's going to stay. So I'm going to draw that. I'm going to draw it a little bit beyond the edge of the barn, because those roof lines are going to change also. Now, how do we change those backside of the roof lines? If you look, this is where my old box used to end, right here on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to slide this as evenly as I can until I get to that point, and I'm going to push this up to my new midline. And then these two, you should be able to actually just line these two up and draw it. Just to double check if you made it right, I'm going to slide this over, and if it's correct, those two should line up, and they do. And there is my new roof line on the back side. I can now go ahead and I can erase this guideline I have here. I can also erase this guideline here. And I no longer need the original roof line that I had there that we did in the last video. So I can take those away, get rid of them. So those are gone. All right, so this is what your barn should look like now. This concludes part 2 of our video.